Okay. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
How's it going?
Hello, mate.
Hi.
How are we? Good. Good.
Pretty good.
Well,
Swell.
welcome back out to an episode of Mistletoe, episode 9 today. So welcome. We have no Mark. Mark is over in TwitchCon EU, so he's not here for this week. But Mark, I think, is back next week, so we should all be good and full cast. I don't think he's got any plans now until maybe September, so we should have a full cast for a little bit. But hello, good to see you all. We left off on a kind of what I've been calling the end of the tutorial zone, as it's kind of, you know, within the means of Herot. So now the world is very much your oyster. Do you have anything you guys want to shout out or anything before we get started today?
I would just like to say that all of us recognize that we had sort of like kind of forgotten how we left things. And then we were like, well, not all of us, I guess. But some of us kept forgetting. And then we're like, oh, shit, yeah, wait, like, oh, we're doing that? Oh. So good job on that downer ending, Joe. That's my shout out. I hope that today's not as depressing. Stares at DM.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Like, you know, what's gonna happen, eh? It's just,
great.
What's gonna happen?
Dude, it's your responsibility if the show ends on a fucking downer for you to also be like, but like Phil, the guy next town over, had a really awesome dinner.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. At the end of every episode, I'll pick a random guy who's just living out a normal life and be like, well, things could be
on them.
Things could be worse, you know. This guy out there, he just stubbed his toe for the 6th time today. You know, I'll keep ending with something worse elsewhere.
Yeah, you gotta get us out of here.
That'll make us feel better.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'll make sure to do it. Well, if there's nothing to shout here, doth anyone wish to read the recap?
Oh, shit, I think I...
Yes, we've
Brizzy, you
reached the
should do
point.
it.
We've reached the point where everyone sits there quietly.
Brizzy, as an incredible voice actress, I would love to hear you do it.
Last. Okay. Okay, well. Last we left off, we had just defeated Grendel. After scouring his cave, we found a heart at the bottom of a pond, pumping corruption into the fen. We crushed it and returned to Herot. There, we confronted the king about his treachery, forcing him to admit his part in poisoning Thrud. His hatred of Beowulf and his lack of response from Thor had him betray Midgard in favor of Mesogaya. For that, Thrud killed him. On our way northward, so happy with all the death that we avoided, a storm brewed above, and Thor struck down Herot for daring to harm his family. Oops.
But a guy the next town over had it way worse, so it's okay.
That's true.
You have all just left the kind of main vicinity of Herot. You're kind of between the main road and the actual giant gates that kind of lock into the kind of valleyed area of Herot. And you would have just seen the storm clouds as quickly as they destroyed the top and the hall. It was the main King's Hall and the hall below that were mostly toppled. Some of the other ones still stand, some fires breaking out. But as quickly as it was destroyed is as quickly as the rain stops and the winds blow those clouds away. And the sun rises over the clouds again and beats down upon the land. And despite the fires in the distance and the rubble and the smoke coming off from it, it is as if the day was exactly as you left it. Standing there on the road out. All the merchants and people that were leaving are looking out towards the distant rubble of Herot, which they just left. Sorry, that's the wrong song. And there's just this element of kind of awe, but also tragedy in the air, where people are just kind of staring out having just witnessed the wrath of a god, which doesn't come often in a mortal's life. You see merchants completely bewildered. Some people rushing back to try and help, sprinting down the road. Others just holding their hands over their mouths. As in the distance, Herot burns. But near you, Thrud doesn't look behind her. She just looks down. So, such is the outcome that it was always going to be. Father's always been a little bit quick to anger.
As are many of the divine.
Well, no use crying over spilt milk, huh?
I had held back a little bit because I didn't want to walk with Thrud. But still within earshot. So at that, there's a flash of blue in my hand and a dagger appears. Little barnacles on the hilt. And I just kind of flip it around in my hand behind her. And then I throw it in the dirt and it vanishes. I keep walking.
She finally kind of turns and looks towards Herot. So, valiant adventurers, where do you go from here?
Wherever you're not.
You blame
We
me?
seek something. Some will say that the sins of the father is also the sins of the child. It is not to say all believe that, but some do. But let it be said, Thrud, if what's left of Herot believes that your father has abandoned it, well, then it may do some good if it shows his daughter has not.
Roll a persuasion check.
I have
I believe in
one
you.
fear. Okay, what's my bonus?
Go, go, go.
I think it's decent, actually. That is... Oh, it is decent. That is a 22. 16 plus 6.
She looks down and goes, I do not like how often you are right.
Well, I've learned from experience, as you know.
Well then, perhaps our paths will cross again. But for now,
Good luck, Thrud.
and good luck to you. She looks at you, Eldred. And perhaps the next time we cross, take a shot more harmful than a glare. And she walks back towards Herot. Shoulders her maul, kind of hoists it around this hook around her back so she can hold it on her back. And then looks over towards a group of kind of merchants and guards and goes, You! With me! There are people in those burning buildings. I will not forsake you. And she begins running Some of them look around and start following her towards Herot.
And now we know where she will be.
And Thrud runs
Thrud.
towards the hole, leaving your party behind to help those in need. But you are on the main road. Your path awaits ahead.
Draven releases a tense that he's been holding for 24 hours. Oh.
Are you okay?
She is very kind in some circumstances, but like an Auroch, she is very stubborn. Are you okay, Eldred?
Yes.
Are you lying?
Worried that we made the wrong decision and took the wrong side and stood up for the wrong people.
That's a relatively unpredictable, I would say. That, well, not unpredictable, but they're stuck in their ways. And at the very least, what we did here saved some lives in that hall. Things would have been far worse, as far as I'm concerned, if Thrud had been the one to initiate a fight in there.
It doesn't matter what we choose.
I need to help. And I start running back to the hall.
I try to grab her, if possible.
I'm running.
I would like to grapple Eldred.
Okay.
Okay. You can make an athletics check versus an athletics or acrobatics check for you, Eldred.
Oh, shit.
God, I'm not good at that.
Now I don't know who I
come
believe in.
He kind of looks over at Lena a little confused, trying to see what they're going to do.
I just kind of shrug.
19.
6.
He holds tight and says, believe that she will take her own guilt to do what's right. But right now,
She can't save everyone.
And neither can you.
I can add to that number.
Or you can save someone else who isn't. They at least have help. There are more people out there that need you that you have not met. I'm sure someone can.
Are we in a rush to get anywhere else? We're right here. Why can't I run back?
Because you may... Eldred, you seem to live to save as many as you can. So we need to figure out what is happening with this tree so we can save as many as we can.
It would be an hour tops. Tops, probably 30 minutes, I don't know.
If that is all the time you believe it takes to make a difference, then they don't need you, Eldred, but we do. Because what happens if Juno falls or I fall?
You can come with me, you can wait.
I set her down. Eldred. Please. They will be okay. What they need is help rebuilding, not healing.
Joe, while they're doing this, Wilby's kind of sort of icy about this whole thing just from hundreds of years of seeing gods doing stupid shit at this point. He's going to cast augury and quietly ask if we should go back and help.
Okay. Make up augury. Okay. So you spend the time of 1 minute putting together. Okay. One sec.
So I would word it like this, would going back to help right now result in a good outcome or a bad outcome for us in the long term?
Okay. How do you do your augury? What does it look like when you commune with the gods?
I think it's more of like a communing with the world tree almost more than it is like communing directly with the gods. So it'd be kind of like picking up an acorn or something like that.
Yeah.
And kind of like crushing it, and the dust would form into some kind of...
I got an idea for that, yeah.
Symbol to me.
I think the way that it would work for you as well, if you like crush an acorn into your palm, you know if it withers, it's woe. If it grows, it's weal. You see the crushed acorn, you see as it sprouts a flower that's not like an acorn tree, just a small kind of daffodil sprouts from it. Remains as a wheel.
Wilby shrugs and stands up and starts his constellation. All right, we have the day. And then he's going to start walking towards the disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Eldred, you know that this is very serious to me, what just happened. Yes, you know why I care, and I understand, Draven, what you are saying, but a part of me thinks that if I had been home when Thor did the same thing to my village, that maybe I wouldn't be standing here right now. Maybe instead I would be home with my daughter, be home with my husband, and instead I am not, because they are gone, as is the entire village. So I will go back and help if I can.
We are in no rush. We are fresh, we can heal, if we can save one soul, why wouldn't we?
All right.
We are partially responsible.
The only thing we're responsible for here are the people whose lives we saved by the choices we made. But I will still go back. We are never responsible for the acts of the gods. Remember that, at least.
They act on their own. We can't guess what they're going to do. They're going to do what they're going to do. Half the time, they don't consider us at all.
Yeah. We could have kept the information from them.
We did what we thought was best with the information we had at the time. That's all anyone can ever do.
Yeah.
We made what we thought were good choices. Now we go back and we help.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, it's their fault. It's their fault. I know. Let's go. Returning to Herot.
Okay.
Draven walks back last, but he takes a second to carve an eye into a tree nearby and then follows behind.
Okay.
An eyeball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good clarification.
Rush back. There's as many people fleeing the area as there are going back. A lot of them are slowly kind of moving, a little bit frightened to return to something a god just had the wrath to fight. The idea that, why do we help those who the gods don't favor? But those who are rushing, you're amidst them, at the forefront of them, rushing back towards Herot, and you're making quick time. By the time you get closer, you can hear the sounds of collapsing buildings and people shouting for aid and help. You start rushing up the hill going around. The village nearby is trying to gather as much water in wells and kind of buckets and hand them across to people as they bring them up. You rush upstairs around the ramp, towards the main hall. The main hall is collapsed inwards. The other halls are cut off, and people are trying to remove rubble or throw water over them. You get outside the front kind of gates, and what was once a beautiful ornamental gate of tankards designed into the wood is now collapsed rubble and debris. There's about 7 or 8 halls in Herot at this point, but now 2 of them are fully collapsed. The King's Hall and the main hall that interconnects all the other ones. These ones are on fire and collapsed. Well, the King's Hall is practically eviscerated. 2 of the top halls are starting to kind of grow flames against them, and they're starting to collapse inwards. People likely trapped. The lower 2 are kind of mostly untouched, with some burning going on, and some debris that's clapped through. But for the majority, the lower halls are untouched. You've just kind of arrived outside. People are moving some rubble. Some entrances going in. Smoke is gathering. What would you like to do?
Wilby's going to go to immediately one of the halls where there are people possibly trapped with like fire and cast create or destroy water to make a 30-foot cube of rain to extinguish fires.
Yeah. Like you go in towards one of the halls, the upper ones, going up the staircase. You see some push past some rubble. Some people help move it away as you kind of duck underneath it. You'd see some people kind of trapped and pulling, trying to get past it. And there's a flame in the way. And you cause this massive amount of water just to descend from the ceiling. It just weighs down and pours outwards, dispersing the flame. A big burst of smoke comes from it. You hear coughing, and people start pushing through, going, "Go now! Go now! They've cleared the way!" They start pulling away from you. You save a good dozen or so people. As you're all kind of pushing into the hall itself, you can see as people are kind of shouting and screaming, others trying to aid one another as best as possible. People showing their humanity in this moment, aiding. Some are trying to get through, guards are trying to get through to the King's Hall, but realize it's a folly attempt. But they realize they have to try and get to their king. They're fighting through. What do you want to do, Eldred?
I would run in as far as I can, and any time I see an unconscious person, go to check them, cast Spare the Dying.
Okay, yeah. You'd be able to, you see a lot of people have kind of taken in too much smoke, people that have collapsed. And with your magic, you manage just to kind of give them a moment to just rest. Where they don't choke, where they don't cough. You put them into this kind of peaceful resting motion. From person after person, saving many. Roll a perception check.
Come on. Oh, God. 8.
Okay. You're kind of just helping anyone that's been dragged away from it. Others are coming through. Some have burned, some have kind of just general debris and kind of bruises from that and cuts. Lena Draven, what are you doing? Juno would be probably helping with her Golden Wisdom to move any of the larger debris. You can see, as a moment of Thrud and Juno are just moving large pieces over by one of the halls, trying to get through. Is there anything you guys do to help?
I want to keep an eye on Eldred, so I would stay near her to make sure she's okay. And then, similarly, if I see anyone, maybe that she misses, I'll use Spare the Dying as well. And then, I will also, if it seems like there are kind of either more people still trapped in here or just people kind of really losing their shit and not knowing what to do, I will occasionally kind of thaumaturgy my voice to be a little bit louder to get people to just chill their shit, listen, get out of the way, or to try to call out to anyone who's so that they can hear me if they're trapped, so that they know that people are, looking for them.
Roll a perception check after you do a thaumaturgy to shout out for people.
20. Dirty 20.
In a mostly collapsed hall. One of the side ones. So one that kind of comes away from this major hall. Where rooms are, you can see it's mostly smoke, flames, and kind of collapsed debris. You hear a very tiny voice. It says, "I'm in here. Help." You hear the kind of debris kind of coming down.
If we're all relatively nearish each other, I will yell for the rest of my party. Like, I hear someone in here somewhere. I don't know that I'll be able to figure out exactly where they're at. Trapped somewhere in here. I don't know. I'm strong enough to move everything out of the way.
If you say that, Draven will cast Expeditious Retreat on himself And he uses disguise self to make his eyes turn to a soft brown and get rid of his fangs so he looks like a normal human.
Okay.
And charge that direction.
Okay. You sprint in there. And you can see this kind of these side rooms which have been cut off. They're like little staying rooms. Only probably about 20 feet by 20 feet in area. You rush in there. Eldred, you would have heard the call as well. I imagine Willoughby's
I'm running that way.
Okay, you run that way. Roll a perception check to see what you guys see through the smoke and flames.
18.
17.
That one. Look, I got us there, man.
You call for them. As you arrive, Willoughby, just soon afterwards. Lena, you've got smoke in your eyes. You've kind of got too close and you kind of can't see. You have to rub your eyes. You're trying to scan Draven, looking through. Willoughby, your eyes catch a child nearby. Young girl. Her kind of hair a bit wispy. And she's trapped in one corner and she's beside a body. And she's trying to pull them. With the 25, you'd notice that the body belongs to Heretic.
Oh.
But Eldred, you see differently. You see Heretic stood beside the young girl.
Standing.
And you can see he's leaning down and his hand goes through her as he's trying to clasp her. And he says, "Come on, why can't I do it? Why is it not? Please, run, leave me. The flames seem just to go through him. She's pulling at his arm.
We must go.
I can't see anything in here. I know I heard it. I heard someone in here somewhere. I don't.
They're over there, and Willoughby will just start running towards them.
Mm-hmm.
He is with you, but he cannot come. You must go.
Willoughby, I'm going to ask you to do if you're going to be pushing through the debris or ducking under it, acrobatics or athletics check just to kind of move through quickly. Eldred, roll a persuasion check.
19 acrobatics.
Nice.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
She looks down. You see Heretic look over towards you, Eldred, after hearing you, and goes, he's nodding his head. Okay. As Willoughby, you duck. You fall as a piece of debris slams next to you. You move to the side, and you push one away, duck around another. Your roots kind of embed you under, and you stand there next to her. You've kind of meandered through a path that you know she can get through as well.
Okay. Willoughby, I'm guessing like this place is about to collapse, kind of falling apart right now. Yeah, Willoughby's just going to grab her and try to get out as fast as possible.
Yeah, off the same roll, you grab hold of her. Your kind of roots almost like embed her, almost like a hug. And you manage to push around, go under, going back where you came. And just moments behind you, you see as the hall goes and collapses off the side of the major hall. And then collapses, slams to the ground outside. She's kind of holding against you, not looking back. For you, Eldred, you see Heretic as the hall falls. He's just floating in the air. He looks down at himself, confused. And he looks at you and says, "You can see me?"
Yes.
Through the flame, sound of the flame and the shouting, his voice seems to pierce further, and he kind of walks towards you. "You can see me. I watched." The Valkyrie came. And they took the others I was with, 3 of them. All went up with the Valkyrie, but it did not even glance at me. It's as if I was not there.
Why would you be left?
I am not favored. It was Sif. Wife the Tor. I've served him my whole life and I did not betray him. Why do I feel cold? As if the ice is... You see portions of him start wisping away his hands at first. It is as if a cold breeze is pulling me back. Make sure she's safe. His chest starts going back, disappearing in a cold breeze that you know to be the cold winds of Niflheim and Helheim.
I'm sorry. The gods are unfair, but she will be safe.
The gods are unfair. The gods are unfair. His face disappears as his spirit ascends or descends, whichever way you perceive it, toward the afterlife. And she hugs you, Willoughby, the daughter.
Backing out of the area.
Like slowly, like just getting out of the the zone. Are you okay?
I think so. I think so.
Okay, go join the others and get out of here.
How old does she look?
Maybe 8 or 9. She wipes away tears and she looks around, and you see a woman near Buggett. Astra, come here. She runs over. Another young daughter around similar age. She throws her arms around her and she kind of pulls her in. She goes, and kind of holds her and looks across. She goes, thank you. Come with me. Come on, let's get you out. Come on, let's get you out of here. So I was kind of leading her away, and you can hear her saying, "My dad," and kind of disappearing off into the background.
Could I make an insight check for this woman and her relation to this girl?
Sure. Yeah.
And to make sure, like, good intentions and everything.
Yeah.
22.
You see the young girl kind of hug the younger one as well, and like throws her arm against her in a way that seems suggestive of someone that she knows, she's familiar with. Someone that knows her as well. She was brushing her hair out of her face and kind of hugging her, realizing the devastation, and it seems like someone that might be safe around her.
Okay. I move on then. I run more, looking for more unconscious.
Because nothing was said out loud about Hrethic's soul passing on or
were you talking
dissipating. Were you talking out loud?
I was talking out loud, yeah.
Okay. How close were you to Willoughby when you were talking out loud?
I guess we kind of had all gone into the side room, right?
Earshot, for sure.
Because I think definitely part of Willoughby would be about the wild shape and try to go back in to check, to try to do a medicine check or something.
Oh, to see if who she was talking to?
Yeah.
Well, you would have seen the whole room collapse,
breathe.
by the way.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Eldred?
Yeah.
As you start to run away. Was someone else in there? You were talking to someone. Was someone else in there?
Yeah, spirit of Heretic, he's gone.
The spirit?
Yes, he's passed.
Okay. All right. We'll keep looking for others then. And I'm just going to kind of look at everybody else. And then I'll keep pace with Eldred.
Okay. In the next few minutes or so, you guys would make a serious difference. You managed to save many more lives and bring people out of any danger. And it's not long before they put out the flames. For the most part, the fires are kind of sparked from the top end. And Willoughby, you managed to put out a flame, one of the greater flames, so they managed to push back the fire in the other hall. A lot of damaged ground and people being removed from some of the more dangerous areas, but people are evacuated out of the main halls and brought outside, and there's a kind of a crowd gathering. It isn't long before those who are unconscious and you saved or spare the dying are seen to, and they wake up shortly after they're given some medicine. These kind of crushed flowers and herbs kind of pushed into drinks. They kind of cough, waking up, coughing out any of the soot. And when the fires die down, there's kind of a quiet. But you realize that by going back, you did save lives. Thrud kind of pushes out afterwards as well. Many don't come towards her. She's left alone, despite her help here. You can see there's a bit of a fear and disdain. And she looks over to you and says, walks closer to your group. I didn't realize it was this bad. I was dishonest. He did not do this because of me. He told me to deal with my own issues, and he'd watch. And so when I killed the king, he barely cared. It was seeing Loki. That's what caused this. It was seeing Loki. He didn't do this for me. He killed those people just to try and harm Loki in his endless cat and mouse chase.
This, I think they do all the time. It does not matter who's in the way. It is the only thing they care about, I think, sometimes. I'm sorry.
By a couple 100 miles at this point. Willoughby will kind of mumble as he kicks the dirt.
Father hates him. I know it's cruel of me to be sad about that. That he didn't do it for me. You know, like, in the back of my mind, you never really see this stuff in the stories. You hear about the great thunder that crashed the hole and killed the evil king, but you don't hear about the people who suffer under it. And I stood out there and had the goal to say to you all, he did it for me. As if that was something to boast about.
Or to call these people spilled milk.
Fair. Perhaps I should apologize to you all at the very least. If I'd been patient like you, perhaps I was the one that warned my father. I wanted him to watch as I got my revenge.
I think relationships between children and parents are very complicated. And it is natural to want your parents to be very proud of you. And you want to show that you can handle yourself, right? And all you want is just for them to be proud and happy. And when they don't notice, it can be quite hard. At least now, your relationship with your father, you will have it with clear eyes.
It seems fickle to think about that now, though. Knowing that we see so many of you as guest stars in our story. how elegant we are. I now understand why you look at me with ire. I'll let you be in peace.
Thank you for coming back.
Thank you for making me. If I'd continued walking that road, I think I'd have probably just been less mortal.
Not so bad, being mortal.
It has its benefits. Well, I hope our paths do not cross again. But something tells me they might. And she stands up. I am sorry about Father. But what can you do against the god? And she
Indeed.
walks, leaving Herot and off on her own adventure.
I'm gonna look at Draven. You were right about her. I'm sorry. I'll look at Juno and nod as well.
It's not about being right.
I know.
It's about being fair. And if the gods aren't fair, then you should be where you're no better than them.
Joe, I have a question.
Yep.
What the way I remember it from last session, the Loki revealed themselves immediately after Willoughby basically called them out on a nat 20.
That was me.
That was someone nat 20'd and got them.
Yes.
I
You
got their
incited
identity.
who it was. I called him out for being a god with the sense thing because he was dipping.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, does it seem in retrospect that the reason Loki revealed themselves is specifically because we were like, wait, you're Loki? So this could be partially our fault for immediately bringing attention to it publicly?
I would say this. Of anyone out there to have recognized Loki, for mortals such as yourselves to manage to do that, to look behind the guise of the most trickster god there is, was an act of pure brilliance. To notice the mannerisms under that guise
Not doing that again.
was absolutely phenomenal of you. But if there's one person that would have noticed him sooner, it's the one person who is constantly under every face looking for him, and that is Thor. So it's more likely that you just noticed Loki shortly after he did.
Good shit. Officially absolved of all guilt.
Yeah.
For this scenario.
Elton.
I would like to try to find the girl and see if she's hurt at all.
Okay. Yeah, you can see, you find her kind of gathered, and she sat there, and the woman that was kind of helping her is like both helping her own daughter and kind of wiping her hair down, clean up any smoke out of it, and leans across to her, and she's looking down, and she's about to get her arm wrapped with a burn mark on it, and she's like sniffing back. Her crying's kind of stopped now, and she's just a little bit sad. And she looks up forwards.
Reach out and place a hand on her and whisper, "No, Herot," and to give her a cure wounds on her arm.
The burn fades. Her skin returns to her normal complexion, and she lets out a smile. It doesn't hurt anymore.
No.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about your father. He loves you. And the only thing he wants is for you to be safe and happy.
I just wish that we could have left.
Yeah. Me too.
Thank you, though. And can you say thank you to the tree as well?
Yes. I will.
And you see, in her spare hand, she's clasping this long kind of twig, like stick with her, that kind of prong at the bottom, and she's kind of holding it against her.
Oh, she made a Willoughby doll.
Okay, I can go back, find Lena, Willoughby. Anyone?
Are you okay, Eltrid?
Yeah.
Yeah?
The little girl says thank you, Willoughby.
Glad they're okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad we came back.
It was the right thing to do.
It was a good idea. Now we get to leave again.
Yeah.
Like this time, the place doesn't explode a second time.
That's true.
We walk slowly while watching it.
Just keep looking back.
Backwards.
The thunder? Do you hear thunder?
But I think they can take it from here.
So, you leave the now kind of saved hall of Herot. For the most part, as little damage as there could have been. And you saved many more lives than you would have thought possible in that short space of time, but you managed to. Herot is behind you. An experience none of them will forget. But ahead of you is the road. On that road you will come across many more gods. Many more challenges. Many more decisions to be made. You wander the road, heading back out. It's a clear, sunny day. The gate's ahead of you. As you step into the fen, that putrid kind of smell coming from it as a reminder of the evil that corrupted it. But your adventure awaits ahead. So, as your party now steps back out into the fen, I ask you, where would you like to go?
Well, the initial plan was that Willoughby needs to go to Asgard.
We're just gonna go to Asgard.
Just walk to Asgard, dude.
And then we're gonna let
the spot for that.
Yeah, Willoughby's gonna stand outside. We're gonna go inside so that he doesn't have to stay there. We're gonna let them know what was going on, and then we'll leave. It's gonna be easy. You just,
so
walk to Asgard.
Mima mate, where we're going? How do we get here?
So you're trying to go to, where would you like to go to? You're trying to get to
trying to get to the base of the world tree, or the nearest spot where Willoughby can contact his people.
Yeah. So, if you are going to head to you want to get through, I believe you told me off stream, towards Alfheim, the route of Alfheim. You have a few options of where you can go. After passing briefly through the fen, you can travel through Midgard Forest, or go up through the Ironwood, or cross over Mirror Lake. Whatever direction kind of befits you the best.
Is there some kind of check I could do to kind of get an idea of the various dangers of those three options?
I've been through the Ironwood before. So do I have knowledge of that?
For you, I'm going to just give it straight without a roll because you have been through them. But if you want to, Willoughby, go ahead and roll a gonna say rather a give me a wisdom nature. Wisdom nature.
Wisdom. Okay.
For you, Eldred, the Ironwood is renowned for its. I see you rolled a 16. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be a 17.
17. Okay. It's renowned for being it's got some hunting towns nearby and hunting villages. What you'd see on the map is only the kind of major civilizations. There's also a bunch of small little villages and towns. The Ironwood is renowned for its trees actually growing a form of like iron bark. And people go there to cut them down. It's a very tough process. Dwarves sometimes venture that far, but it's most often elves or other means that kind of come out there to harvest it. This Ironwood is as strong as iron. People wear it kind of as armor. But it also is a woodland of great monsters, great creatures, though few and far between. It's more of a kind of a... people go there to... It's renowned for going there to start your adventure. If someone wants to be known in the great sagas or poems, they might travel there to start their first hunting of beasts and creatures, just to kind of get a feel for their name. For you, Willoughby, Merkvir Forest has some civilizations in it, but it is majority where the trolls first came from, and is a troll woodland. Now, trolls in Norse mythology and in Midgard, as opposed to what you might see in normal D&D or might see in kind of other means, are very varied. Some are very intelligent, tricksters. A lot of them are very capable with illusions, but many of them are also quite dumb, quite typical, they vary in size. You can meet a troll that is 6 foot, you can meet a troll that is 30 foot. They are a very varied people, but Merkvir Forest is very much known for its troll inhabitants. So, to trolls, to beasts, whichever one you want. Or if you want to find another way there, up to you.
I feel going to Merkvir would be a more direct path. I am more familiar with the Ironwood, and I'm from Gaetaug, but I'm not super inclined to return anytime soon.
I'm more comfortable dealing with beasts than I am trolls, to be frank. But I can go with either of those options if you want to avoid the Ironwood for your own reasons. Or I suppose your hometown, then...
Well, we could go through the Ironwood and then cross the lake before getting to my town. But, that would be quite the cross.
It's fine with me. I don't know that I have strong inclination one way or the other. It's all the same to me.
Raven, trolls are beasts?
Same thing to me. This is not my home. This is your quest. This is your land.
I think I would actually like another look at the Ironwood.
That works.
See who lives there now.
Okay. So, northward it is.
I think we'd be crossing a lot of the paths that Lena and I went through before coming to Herot.
Yeah. It'd be comfortable territory for sure. You would pass by walking for a little while through the fen. Occasionally hearing kind of the distant sounds of grumblings and creatures that do not sound as comforting as maybe your journey southward through the fen. The corruptions clearly cause some mutations and some new creatures to arise in this swampy land. So it's a little while before you get away from the corruption, but it hasn't spread super far yet. And it seems to have slowed since you last saw it. You can probably thank due to your actions. But as you kind of pass through and the putrid stench takes over a lot of the water and the crooked trees slowly start to turn, it's probably the majority of your day before you kind of come out and get away from that kind of putrid stench. There's a point where a fresh breeze blows in and you can actively see the ground beneath you. Very, very slightly, one strand of grass at a time fades and blackens and corrupts and kind of becomes boggier. A very slow spread, but you manage to step out of that and wander into the paths that lead north. The rivers, after probably just 20 seconds after the corruption, start to become clear. You start to see fish swimming down varying streams. You start to see grass and kind of inlets of snakes slithering around them.
Do we see any salmon?
Yeah, you probably would see some river salmon after like probably a good 20 more minutes. It's now kind of evening time as you've been spending most of your day walking.
I give my head nod in the river. No, I'm kidding. What's up?
And you would see like flowers blooming for the first time in a little while. You'd see kind of the trees here have long, almost like spindly spider legs in the way that the roots kind of grow in and lift off the ground. And it's this very beautiful Everglades-like setting. But as it becomes a little bit later and into the evening, your pace slows as you realize you've been walking for the majority of the day heading north. What would you like to do for rest? Unless you want to power through.
Rest for the evening, eh?
Yeah.
Camp like we used to.
I think so.
I'm fine with whatever. I don't sleep.
We've got our pillows.
True, we do.
That's true.
You know that land's different now that place is rubble.
Well, I'm glad we took them.
It's fair.
True.
There's gonna be
You
two
saved
survivors just like,
Yeah.
if only I had a pillow, that would make everything better. I lost my whole family.
One person
don't know.
actually, what you didn't realize is that cutting back, there's one person who's just about to leave and he goes, wait, no, I forgot my pillow. And he runs back to his room and he sees they're gone. And then the building collapses. The one thing that you caused.
Chaos.
Yeah, you can...
Instead of the butterfly theory, it's the pillow theory.
Yeah, you can rest up, camp out here if you like.
Okay, I'll start making a camp.
It's not a very cloudy day. The stars are shining throughout the sky. A lot of moonlight kind of drifting down, getting this kind of bluish light across the ground. You hear the kind of sounds of the crickets and the sounds of nightlife waking up, owls hooting. And there's this kind of momentary of calm as you're setting up for your nighttime rest. And then you hear rustling. Something coming towards you. You're kind of resting up. Pushing through the tree line. Panting. You see a tall, burly man. 7 feet tall. His hair is kind of shaggy and comes all the way down past his shoulders. And his beard connects to his hair in a way that makes it more look like a mane. Very furry, bushy eyebrows, wearing kind of long, kind of leathered gear that's been ornamented with furs, broad, very kind of like, just a very powerful build to him. And he comes out and he's red in the face and he's panting. People, good. Oh,
Hello.
Hello. I couldn't trouble you for some help, could I?
Depends. Are you being chased right now or something?
I hope you didn't just drag something towards us when we were.
No, I lost
Either
it.
of those were-
I lost some.
Lost what?
My friends.
Your friends were trying to get you?
Like a joke?
No, not like a joke. Have you got any food? I'm hungry. Meat.
What's your
Tequila.
What's your name?
I'm Selith.
Selith.
Selith. Meat.
Okay.
Good.
I toss him some rations from a tree.
Takes it. Oh. He kind of bites him. You see he's got these large kind of fangs in his mouth. Oh.
Are they familiar fangs?
A beastly. Not like yours.
Are you a therianthrope?
Of a sort. I'm more part of the Ironskins. We come down from the Ironwood. We're a band of protectors of the woodland, for the most part. But, we've got a bit of an issue. And you kind of finish off the ration.
Why are your friends chasing you?
Well, we had a bit of a run-in with a bit of a sickly snack, and they've got a little bit, how do I say this, bestial. Not in a way that I can...
You ate something and you are transformed?
Well, yes. In a sense, we can transform. It's just that usually we can transform back.
Your friends are stuck? What did they transform into?
Well, we each have our aspect. One of my friends is an eagle. Another one, a badger. Another one, a boar.
What did you eat?
What are you?
I'm a bear. But don't worry, I've got a much better disposition than the others, and he kind of pats his belly. I couldn't handle the food like I can. And we ate, it wasn't a monitor. For you, will it be an eldred, most likely? You know these to be a kind of mushroom folk.
Mm-hmm.
We decided we would stop by. We found one, and the others felt a bit sickly. I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll wear it off. It's just I'm just a little worried of them running off. You see, so.
No.
And if you have any rope or anything.
You're worried about them running off, but I thought they were chasing you.
Well, I managed to get away. It is myself and the other friend of mine. He turns into a goat. But we hadn't changed. We were the last two. We were running. I was a little faster. I kept going. He kind of looks into the trees behind him.
What do you want the rope for? You want us to tie you up in case you turn into a bear and try to attack us?
Me? I couldn't. He pats his belly again.
Or do you mean like you wouldn't do
wouldn't.
that? Okay.
I've got a much stronger disposition than they do. It's for them.
Sure.
It's for them.
Stranger, do me a favor. Don't speak for a minute.
Draven hops out of the tree.
Okay. Not doing this again. Do we want to help the weird man, or are we going to keep walking?
I hate helping the weird man. I'm just getting so tired of people stumbling out of places and then they ask us for help and then...
But if we want to sleep, I think we're going to have to help him. Otherwise, we're going to keep walking in the dark. We'll see the goat, the badger, the eagle, the whatever.
I don't give a fuck about the reason. I just need to know the decision.
Oh.
I don't want morals or... Shut up. Morals are confusing. So I just need to know what you all want to do, so I don't make a bad choice afterwards.
I want to be clear, I don't give two shits about this weird man who stumbled out of the woods.
I'm still right here.
I know, I'm saying it loud enough for you to hear.
What?
I'm saying that, at the very least, I could locate his goat friend and his weird squirrel friend, or whoever these other friends are.
The eagle and the badger, I think.
Badger friend.
Let's do this. We can help so that we can rest. When we help them, they can rest somewhere not with us. Not
so yes.
Well, hang on.
Yes,
we gotta stop doing stuff for free, guys. I don't need money as much as all of you do, but you can't just keep good at something. You gotta.
We're literally following you for free. You have no place to say that.
And I'm telling you that's
true,
ridiculous, to be
Willoughby.
frank. And I don't understand it. But you could at least try to make some money out of this guy.
I was just, money.
What was his name?
Sereth.
Sell it.
Sereth.
Yeah.
All right. Sereth, here's the thing. We had a pretty rough last couple of days. I don't know if you heard about the Grendel and because we just fought we killed the Grendel. We had a lot of things going on. I don't really want to deal with traipsing through the woods at night to find a goat and a badger and a eagle, right? Are there more of you? Or those the only ones?
That's my friend. He's a boar.
And the boar.
A large boar.
Okay. Here's the thing. What were you going to do with the rope? How can we help you? I really am tired. We got the pillows out and everything, Sereth. I was ready to...
I understand. Trust me, I'm not too excited about it myself. I was hoping that you'd go tie them up. So,
You know where they are? Because if all you need is some rope to help tie them up, we can do that. I do expect, Sereth, that you put in a good word for us with the Ironskins, as we are also traveling towards the Ironwood. At the very least.
I can do that. And I'll,
yes, I should hope so.
I'll pay you for the rope. He kind of comes through his little satchel, and he unravels it. 12 copper.
Sereth, if I let you use some rope, the rope is more useful to me than 12 copper. And
oh my gods. He gives Lena 10 gold. There, I paid you. Where are your goat friends? Where are your boyfriends? I really don't give a damn about this place. But we have to get through this. And you talking is keeping that from happening. So where are they?
They're back in the tree line with me. If you wish to come, more the merrier.
Walk.
Sereth, if this is a trap and a goat, the badger and the boar and an eagle attack us, I will kill you first.
Not everything is a trap. He's just a weird woodsman.
It could be a trap.
Offense to that. I think I'm rather normal as woodsmen go. It's not a trap. It's just.
If it was a trap, he would have killed us in our sleep. I've done that. It's effective.
Because I haven't really done that one, but I've definitely done I need some help. Help me out. And
you are someone that is disarming. He's a bear man.
And he's doing the laugh. That laugh right there. He's doing that laugh. I think it's supposed to be disarming.
It's not just... I hope it is. I'm just
Where's
trying
the boy?
He's back there. He might call you.
I'm just gonna... He's gonna start ritual casting locate animal.
Locate goat.
Just start looking for, I guess, a boar first.
Okay. You get... what's the range in it?
Locate
super far enough for us to be able to find it.
Within a mile, right?
5 miles
5
in
miles,
every direction around.
Yeah.
There's 8,000 boar in this one.
There is a lot of boar, but if you search giant boar, if you're kind of thinking, you get this kind of almost like a Google search results, right? Where you do a locate beast, and you feel them for a moment through the ground, and there's hundreds of boars within the vicinity, and then you kind of almost specify bigger, and it starts dwindling down. And you feel
larger
in the ground, probably about a half a mile away from where you are now. Just through the tree line where he came, there's clearly a boar moving around that way.
How much rope do we have again?
Computer in hand.
Giant boar.
Well, if we can knock them out, they might turn back to their form. So that's my plan. I was going to go and not kill them. Don't kill my friends.
Wait, what did you eat?
Mushroom folk.
A mushroom person. Can we? If they're poisonous, can we just? Can we heal it? Is that? And then you turn back.
Maybe that might work. I'm not sure.
I've
myself.
never eaten a mushroom person, so I don't know.
If you didn't say that bit out loud, we didn't. The mushroom man attacked us first.
Sir. Let's walk and talk. Come on.
Very well. He turns, begins pushing through the tree line.
Is there some kind of medicine check I can do this guy to make sure he actually has is it going to just turn into a fucking bear and attack us?
Go ahead and do a medicine check.
23.
You see every now and then as he wipes away his lips, and there's a bit of kind of froth there.
Oh no.
Just wipes it on his shirt.
Gross, dude.
It's not a good
sign. Get a handkerchief.
We gotta tie this guy up with the rope and get the hell out of here. I've changed my mind.
Why is he poisoned as well?
He's going to turn into a bear and attack us, and then we're not going to get anything out of it.
I don't think a rope is going to hold back a bear.
We can probably fix that.
He kind of talks as you guys are not hearing you. So, just to be clear, that we're not going to kill them, right? We're just going to tie them up and work out that whole,
Knock them out, tie them up.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Under here. I run up
I'm
here.
going to cast Hold Person on Sereth.
Okay.
Just conjure up some spirits to bind him.
This is why we don't have any friends. Oh my god.
I was thinking about just like...
Hope, is it wisdom save?
Escalating. Very good.
Wisdom save 15.
He rolled a 13.
All right, so we knock this guy out, we tie him up. What's going on? He's going to transform, you're saying?
Yeah, he's frothing at the mouth. I mean, like,
You can now see it coming out of his mouth.
Sereth. A boar, a
6
goat,
seconds till he maybe saves
an
from this
eagle,
and gets out.
and a badger. Let's tie you up and we'll find your friends,
I'm
I
gonna
guess.
walk up to him and use 5 points of lay on hands to heal poison.
Okay.
Does it work?
Don't ask that question.
You'd see as the froth drops away and his mouth kind of returns to normal. And then almost like, because he's paralyzed, he instinctually just coughs, and you just see this kind of sickening, just kind of like green mucus slam to the ground.
Ew.
And you just see it just start wriggling on the ground, and then dies. That was extremely painful.
Will be, is he better?
yeah, I think so.
You're asking the person who didn't just cure his poison if he's
Well, I
good.
don't know.
Do
He's the one who knows the thing was the
I
problem to
wasn't
begin with.
prepared. I didn't know I was going to have to be curing poison today. My apologies.
Good job, Draven. I drop Hold Person.
No drops down.
Poor Draven.
Remember that talk we had about communicating our ideas literally 6 hours ago?
If I were to communicate it, he would know, and he would try to resist and run away or do something.
He's got good ears.
Sereth, are you feeling okay now? How was that? You threw up something gross.
Yes, I felt very sick before. I didn't want you to know.
Yeah.
I thought I was battling it back like bad gas.
Oh.
I'd like to punch him in the face.
Okay.
This is what I was suggesting before.
Do you want me to roll for that? Because I will.
Yeah. Roll to attack.
Yeah.
I'll give you advantage because it's kind of a surprise to him that you're going to punch him in the face.
Surprised
Yeah.
him.
He
Oh,
thinks you
22.
guys like him. Yeah, you hit him. Go and do a.
Shut the hell up.
What's your strength modifier? Is a plus.
4.
Okay, yeah. You whack him
Yeah.
into it. Oh!
Stop lying. Be fully honest. And when you have something that you want to do, communicate it first.
It feels like he's projecting on this guy.
Oh, I'm absolutely fucking projecting Barkwood. So, let's be honest. Your friends need help. We're going to help you. You're going to be honest. And then give these 3, 4, whatever the hells they want to get us through the gods' forsaken ironwood. Right, Celis?
One intimidation check.
Nat 20 for a total of 24.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I really do appreciate the help. Of course. I just thought, I thought I saw some a group of valiant people. Thought I'd get your help. I didn't mean anything by it. I did think I thought I could handle the poison. I thought the froth was from excitement. I'm sorry.
Sereth, you were already asking for help. You could have just said, also, I don't feel that good. It's a goat, a badger, a boar, or whatever that you're looking for.
Yes.
Do not, Lex, don't eat another
But what
mushroom
would
person,
happen
but
if
if
you
you
killed
do
me?
this, we're not
Are you really criticizing the person for not being fully honest? You.
Yeah. I am, actually. I think if you want the help, then you just say, like, this is what I need help with. You should just say what you need help with. I just don't need help that much.
Willoughby's having a good time leaning back and just watching this all happen.
I just want to say that I didn't realize. I thought the punch was out of order, but your words were fair. So, my friend is a great boar. He often gores people, so you have to watch out for that. My other friend, she is a capable eagle.
How long have you been infected?
3 hours, I think.
When you are a bear, can you do you still know you're you? Can you talk to people? Can they talk to you? Like, if someone said your name, would you be like, oh shit, I won't attack them? Do you know what I mean?
Yes, we're quite aware. We're quite aware, though it was kind of making them a little bit, different. They're a little aggressive.
Like, I guess what I'm saying is, we see the giant boar. You're not going to be able to be like, it's me, Sereth. I'm here to save you, and have it just lay down.
If we find them, I've got it under control.
Yes, yes, I'm able to do that. However, I did try that before I came here, and it tried to gore me. So, I assume they're not in their right mind.
That's basically what I was trying to ask.
All right, let's find that boar. Willoughby, you knew where it was.
Yes, it's this way. Listen, if we could just see it, I can snap them right out of that transformation. Easy peasy.
Oh, like from far away? That's even better. All right, let's find the giant boar.
Come on. And he kind of pushes through the trees. Out through here, and then we usually... Oh, dear. And he kind of stops and he just pulls a branch down. Oh, dear.
Fucking.
A branch?
What is...
Oh, dear,
like
what?
He pulls the foliage in ahead of him that he kind of pushes through. Slight issue.
Uh-huh.
He steps to one side, and you can see the body of someone who's kind of wearing like a goat skin on top, lying there, eyes kind of open.
Oh, no.
Blood on their back.
Well, that's the goat one down.
Shit.
Are they dead?
Well, he's gonna walk up and medicine check to see
what got check it out.
Go ahead and medicine check.
Sereth, what's their name?
13.
Steven.
Steven.
They're dead. They are.
Does a 13 give you enough to see if there is a spot where a boar gored them? Or
yes, you can see they clearly have a great big kind of just hole in their back and in their spine where they got gored. Oh,
I'm gonna look
dear.
At Eldred. Eldred, does the thing work? Like now, if I do it now? The thing that you taught me, the dying thing.
Not if they're already gone. The spirit needs to still be in their body to some extent.
No matter, we can just say, natural causes and all that.
Were you not friends with these people? You were taking this disturbingly well.
Oh, I'm not their friends. They hardly like me, actually.
That's why they were...
No, they don't chase me. They respect me. I'm their leader.
Oh, Sereth.
But Steven was new.
So...
What is it Stelling? Oh, it doesn't matter now, though, eh? Well, off we go, eh? He kind of pushes under the branch again, steps right past the body. There's not much to him.
Is there any sort of if they're part person as well, is there any sort of uniform or anything? Are they wearing the same kind of thing that this dude is wearing, or you know what I mean?
Roll a investigation or perception. I'm good
5. 13 perception.
Nothing in terms of a uniform, but you notice back where he kind of been hit by the gore. Their skin's a little bit different. It's almost a slightly bark-like with this kind of sheen of iron on it.
Okay.
It doesn't look entirely human. And I kind of push his head and goes, so?
Gonna fold the body so they have kind of a resting stance. Close the eyes. Where did the gore hit them?
Right in the back.
Right in the back. And it went through the chest?
It didn't pierce all the way through, but it went deep enough in the back that it kind of obviously got through his spine.
I'm gonna go through the back. Draven like chants something a little bit quietly to himself, reaches in, and then I want the heart, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I'll give you a little free check. It's open there that you can kind of pull it out. You gather a heart.
I'm just gonna suck on it on the way there.
Nice.
Okay.
Question.
Yeah.
Is Sereth wearing any sort of uniform?
No, he's mostly got clothing on.
Okay. Hey, Sereth.
Like,
do I know anything about the Iron Skins?
Yeah.
You are from the area. Go ahead and give me. I'll say with advantage. Give me a. Well, I call them a streetwise check. Essentially, it's a charisma, history check. Essentially, it tells you kind of the local general idea of the land. So give me a streetwise check. So just give me a charisma check if you want.
19.
Nice. Dude.
Yeah, then you would have heard of them. The Ironskins are essentially a group of. They're the closest thing to druids that you kind of know of. They're a sect of berserkers. Berserkers are this warrior people, and the Ironskins in particular are known for shaving off pieces of the bark and then purposely transforming against it, so it would break around their skin, and then when they transfer back, they almost have this kind of pieces of iron bark in their skin embedded in, almost trying to build themselves an armor. Some of the higher ups in them have managed to build themselves like a full skin of armor. It's an extremely painful thing. It's all by choice, but it's a case of they see themselves as kind of not necessarily the leaders of the Ironwood. They see themselves as protectors of the Ironwood. There's not many of them though. A lot of them have kind of moved on.
See any blocks of iron wood in his skin?
Yeah, now that you've kind of noticed it and you can see a lot of his fur is kind of blocking a lot of the fur he's wearing and also his hair. You can see like portions of kind of his elbow and whatnot have got like embedded iron skin.
Okay. Well, keeping an eye out.
I guess onwards to the boar.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, with your knowledge of knowing where it isn't long before you start to hear like the coming from like the tree line nearby, and rustling, moving through. Are you going stealthy or are you gonna just kind of push in there?
I'm stealthing as much as I can.
Yeah, I'll be sneaky.
Go ahead and give me a bunch of stealth checks then.
Well,
Lena, can you help quiet my bones?
Oh, yes. I'll put my hand on Eldrin.
Yeah, you saw Joe. Yep.
Oh no, that's
25.
10.
Okay.
Nat 1.
Then,
Hey.
as you kind of step through, and because you would have rolled an 18 without armor, you feel your body is stealthy, and then you hear the clink as your armor gives you away. You step through the wall and you hear, and you hear it rearing up. I'm going to move all of you onto the board, because we're going to roll initiative.
Fucking pig. Fucking.
I just wanted to go to bed.
Go ahead and put yourself on the southern end of the board.
What the hell?
For the sake of so you guys don't have to. Yeah, it is a big map. For the sake of not having to Jaeger her, we can say because the threat wasn't massive that perhaps Juno stayed back to make sure look after the camp.
That makes sense.
She's like, you guys can find a goat. It's fine. I'll just make a fire. Yeah.
But for you guys, let's go ahead and put everyone onto the board.
Gross.
Don't make me first. Throw me the damn sound. Draven's no good fairy.
Like one leg up in the air, just about to step down.
And one thing you can notice about the forms, you see the kind of boar to the right, is there is some iron embedded into them.
Weird.
Okay. Let me get some of these initiatives on there for you guys. I'm going to use, I've got a bear token for Seraph. I'm going to use quickly for this. Okay, and then did that not go on the initiative? Oh, it's because I clicked the wrong thing. There you go.
Good job.
Oh no.
The bear represents Seraph. He uses the kind of the bear stats.
Cool.
Okay. The boar. You would see as an eagle is up in the air as well, branched on a branch. One thing you would notice underneath the eagle. It's just a series of like dead ferrets and rabbits and all sorts. It's just continuously been collecting. And the badger up there is tearing apart the tree. Just digging into it.
Fucking up that tree.
Yeah, that tree.
I always hated trees.
Its eyes go up and it just looks straight towards Willoughby.
Oh no! Oh no!
Not again.
Willoughby, put out the light. I can't.
So starting first, the boar is going to look up. And it is going to charge. How far away is it? All the way towards you. As you, fitting that you made the sound as well. As you just hit, and it lets out this kind of, as it kind of rushes straight towards you. And it's going to make it a tusk attack.
No.
A 17 to hit.
That will miss.
You manage to just, as the tusk comes up, you manage to duck under it. And stamps its foot down into the ground near you. That's what we can do though right now. Then on Seraph's turn, he's like, remember the rope, the rope. He is going to move around here. And he's going to transform into a giant or a cave bear per se, like a grizzly size. Move his other token down here.
So he can still turn, he's just not aggressive. He's in control.
Exactly. Essentially, they have control of their Therianthropy, and these ones don't right now. So he's going to go in there, and he's going to attempt a grapple check against his friend.
That's fair.
Which he succeeds. You see, as he just kind of launches his arms around, he grabs hold, and he kind of links his arm just enough reach around the boar to hold it, and you can hear kind of kicking against him, but he's grappled it and kept it in place. Draven.
So I can strike normally and just specifically non-lethally, correct, with my weapons?
Yes.
Okay. So I will strike at the boar that he has grappled.
Okay.
And is that advantage because it's restrained?
It's not advantage. Grapple doesn't give advantage. He's just in a
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So then I'm going to take strike my longsword. That is a 14 to hit.
That does hit.
All right. For 12 points of slashing.
Yep. You just kind of cut against it to try and weaken it. You need kind of just put it against it. You hear the bear just kind of holding it down as much as you can.
I hate this place.
Willoughby.
Willoughby is going to go ahead and walk over here towards the eagle.
Okay.
And is going to cast Moonbeam on the eagle. Because they are a shape-shifted person, they do this save at disadvantage, and if they fail, they instantly transform back to a human.
Okay.
Shit, dude. Nice.
Let me put a moonbeam on here.
It's a... Oh yeah, it won't be till their turn starts.
Till their turn, yeah, but they'll be ready.
It's on them. It will be a Constitution save. So pretty much just right on top of them.
Okay.
And then bonus action, Dragon Constellation.
Okay. The moonbeam rightly comes down. Okay. Eldred.
I'm going to place a hand gently on Draven's shoulder and cast Shield of Faith again on you. A little bit of a spirit shell surrounding you.
Chilly.
As my action, as my bonus action, I'm gonna assume this boar has enough hit points to not die from this, but I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Die dead lot. And just throw some spirits to fly around its head and scream into its skull.
It's like, this thing's worst day ever. Ate a bad mushroom. It's like...
that's a fail.
Okay.
Was it how much damage?
4 necrotic.
4 necrotic damage, yeah.
And I'm going to run 25, 30 feet to the west away from Boar.
That's fair.
Yeah, you just use the kind of the spirit's head gets kind of angrily under the arms of the bear.
Okay.
Lena.
If I would like to try to do like non-lethal damage. If I do psychic damage, would that just be not like?
Yeah, you can knock someone out
that
of it.
day.
Yeah. Yeah. Of all the magic, I feel like psychic is the one that.
Yeah.
Could be
Right.
non-lethal.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So that's what I'm gonna do, but I think maybe I'm not within range, or it's grappled anyway, right? So I'm gonna get out of the way a little bit first. So I think I'll just pop down here a little bit, and then I'm gonna put my hand out, and I will you will see a blue dagger, which I will throw. That's
Okay.
the boar. And I will miss, because that is a 10.
A 10 does miss. You launch it, and you realize that you might hit the bear, and you kind of offshoot it, and fades into the air.
That is okay, because as my bonus action, I will make another one.
Okay.
Then I'll throw it again. Okay. That is a 19.
19 does hit.
I guess, sorry, sneak is just always 9.
No, you get sneak as well.
Oh, okay. Well,
You're 5 feet.
yeah, because he's right next to him. Yeah, sorry.
That's also the second one's a D4 instead of a D6.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why did that do that? I thought I thought I made a number 2 for it.
What did it roll? It rolled a 5. If you want to re-roll the D4.
Yeah, I'll just roll a D4. 4.
Okay. Yeah, nice. So it'd be 8 plus 2. Yeah. So
Yes.
10 damage. Yep. Pretty much, that's the highest you could have rolled with that anyway. So, yeah, the first one missed, and then the next one, as it kind of pierces you, yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna stay there, and then I'm gonna figure out why my Psychic Blades 2 did not save on my sheet, because I deleted it.
It's okay. On the eagle's turn, it is going to make the save. Con save? Am I right?
Con save or take some damage.
For
and
disadvantage.
transform. Yep.
It takes the 9 points of damage. And you would see. Let me find a token. Yeah, this will work. Amidst. You see this kind of woman appear after you. The form kind of, as the beam hits, she takes the 9 points of damage. And immediately, and the kind of eagle wings crop into a woman's arms, and she falls from the top of the the tree she was perched in.
Oh.
Which
Oh, no.
30 feet up, so it'll be 3d6.
It'll be fine.
She rolled pretty high. 10 points of damage as she lands. I'm going to see if she lands prone or not. I'll just give her a little roll. Nope, she actually falls like, lands on her feet. Looks across to you. You can see she's kind of frothing. And she's going to run right at you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And she's
Remain calm. You are suffering through horrible poison.
She tries to grapple you.
Don't touch me.
Athletics or acrobatics
don't.
check.
Okay. I will do acrobatics. Nat 20.
Nat 20, you dodge to the side away from her, like hands shooting at you, but she can't grab you. She does look a bit hurt because she took the damage in her. It would have. Does it say the damage applies and then she loses her shape, or does she lose her shape and then take the damage?
Let me check the text, because I've never seen the shape changer thing ever come up.
I think the damage happens first, and then it also reverts.
It happens first, then transforms. Yeah.
Okay, so she's technically at 10 hit points in because you've already done the damage to her shape change. But she is, she looks a bit hurt because she doesn't have as many hit points in this form. Her legs are a little bit wobbly and she looks a little bit shaky on them. The badger is going to look straight towards you, Willoughby. After tearing up the tree.
You made the badger mad.
It is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then dash towards you. It can't do anything more.
Oh.
Just it kind of moves as fast as it can. Its claws going through the ground.
Get that one away from me.
It burrows down on the ground and then burrows up right behind you. And just its claws go as it's coming for you.
Nah.
On the ball's turn, it is going to attempt to gore. I'm going to roll a D2 to see. It's going to attempt to gore its friend.
Oh,
The fuck?
get the bear.
Tusk
Yeah, okay.
It misses with the tusk attack. And the bear is going to attempt to pin it.
Oh yeah. Suplex.
You see as he lifts the ball off the ground. He goes, and he just slams onto all fours and then pins it down with his claws just kind of dig into the back slightly, and then kind of growls towards you, Draven, almost to be like, do it faster kind of thing. It is your turn, Draven.
This guy. Oh, sorry, we're not going fast enough for you, saving your ass.
I have had a day. So I'll go ahead and strike. And it is prone now, correct?
Yep, so you have advantage.
Hell yeah. God, 12.
12 is exactly its armor class, so that hits.
Hey.
Oh my God. I'm going to put a Divine Smite in because I want this done. 7 radiant, 8 slashing, so 15 total.
15 total, very nice. Yeah, it's still up, but you manage to cut into it. The radiant bursts down and goes. You see the froth kind of spitting out of its mouth now.
Oh, I hate this thing. Kind of want to eat it.
Willoughby.
Wilby is going to use his action to move the moonbeam on top of the badger.
Okay. This is the chance where I have to find a different token. Okay.
So I have no way to cure these two, or any ways to actually restrain them. So if you could all hurry up with the boar, that would be great. Wilby's just gonna kind of just stand here on this one.
Okay.
Gonna choke out the tree. I can't breathe.
He's just kind of casually moving around these two.
Okay. Eldred.
I'm going to try to cast blindness on the badger.
Okay.
And just throw some spirits to cloud his eyes. Con
Okay.
save.
Con
15.
Save. Spirits come out and then go in front of his eyes. You can see it just starts clawing in the air. Can't see. It's blinded.
That's so sad.
Jeez, this is a good day for our rolls.
Yeah, right. I'm going to take a step, sort of in the direction of Willoughby and the other two.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay, Lena.
Okay, the eagle's now a lady. Yes? No.
Yes.
And looks hurt, but still pissed and like attacky.
Yes.
And then the badger's still a badger and blind.
Yes.
And then boar is still a boar and grappled.
Yep.
Got it. Okay, I will. I'm going to. Same thing. My hand out. See a blue dagger, and I'm going to throw it at the blinded badger.
Okay.
So what is that? Advantage, right?
I believe so.
If they're blinded?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure. 17.
17 hits.
12.
12 points of damage. Okay.
And then same thing. I put out my hand, another one appears.
Mm-hmm.
23.
That hits.
Hopefully this works now. 1d4, yes. 13?
No, you wouldn't add sneak twice. Just the 7.
Oh, sorry. 7.
Yeah. I believe, right? You don't add sneak twice.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Is there a way to, like... I don't know. I think I just have to remember.
Yeah. So, yeah, you did some decent damage to the badger as it's kind of blinded. The psychic hits into it. Anything else?
And, no, I think I'm in a good spot right there, so I'm gonna just stay right there, actually.
Okay, the eagle lady. She is going to cast Entangling Roots on you, Willoughby.
Oh.
Really?
Come on!
Oh.
I'm not even trying to run.
I think she's flirting with you.
Let me go ahead and find a token for this. She's gonna do it all around this area up here. I'll just get a normal token. I just draw it on the map 1 sec. It's a 20-foot radius square. She'll do it. Let me make it bigger. 20. Yeah, so she's gonna make it here. Can you make a strength saving throw?
Did I get, like, root advantage?
17.
Yeah, you're good. It's almost like, you know, when they root around you, you kind of break one off and it joins as part of you. But doesn't manage to kind of lock you down. She goes, ah! She's going to step a little bit closer to try and get you on the next go. But the badger on his turn is going to make the con save.
No. Do not make it.
Disadvantage, he does not make it, so he will take 9 radiant damage and transform back to normal.
9 radiant damage. Transforms, and in the place of this badger, I found a token here. I'll use this instead. In place of the badger, you'd see as the kind of moonbeam goes down, he takes the damage and it shines down against his form. And you see he kind of grows out of it. The claws become more human-like. His hand becomes gangly. He's got a decent amount of like iron bark on his skin. But you'd see an elderly man. Who's kind of...
Oh man, we can't kill an old guy.
We're not supposed to kill them.
Oh yeah, right.
There you go.
We literally were going to. The king.
And then
Yeah, that old guy sucked.
he's gonna step to the side away from it and attempt
Still
to...
blind.
Yeah, he can't
God,
see.
this is terrible.
He's gonna take it. He's gonna try a grapple check and get you with disadvantage.
Okay. Like
Oh.
that? Okay, so I acrobatics, right?
Yeah.
It feels bad
10.
now.
Just old man blindly.
Yeah.
Get these two off of me.
I think they like you.
Desperately grasping at Willoughby.
The boar is going to try and swing up against you, Draven.
I feel like they're playing and I'm fighting for my life over here.
Yeah.
We're like, oh no, an old man.
Only an 11.
Oh, what the hell?
I think the bear at this point is probably going to start punching down. He's going to do a claw attack, but this time it's not going to be... it won't be slashing, it'll be bludgeoning, so it's going to do 1d6 plus the 5 if it hits. But it's a nat 1. He tries to hits the ground. Kind of keeps him held down. But can't do much. Draven, it's your turn.
How did you mess that up?
You go towards you.
14 and another smite.
Very nice.
So 12 radiant, 14 slashing, a total of 26.
Ooh,
yeah, and you're doing this non-lethally?
Yeah. I don't want to kill it.
That's fine. Yeah, you managed to whack against the ball, and in its place, as you just kind of strike down, whack it, hit it with the hilt at the end.
Don't be hot.
You'd see.
Don't be hot.
Be hot.
Quite a skinny guy. Kind of. And he lies there with the bear kind of flattening him, lifts his great big paws off and just leaves him KO on the ground. Anything else, Drake?
I don't have any more friends, right?
Whoa.
Grudgingly gonna go beat the hell out of an old man.
Okay.
That's my turn.
What'd you guys do today? We get back to Juno.
It is your turn, Willoughby.
Old man's still blind, yeah?
Yeah, he's still blind. Oh, does he make the save on his turn?
Oh, yeah. Roll again. Con.
Excuse me.
This is bullying, right?
Yeah, this is about to be bullying in a second.
Fail.
Alright, Willoughby's gonna rotate away from the blind old man around the lady and entangle them back.
Oh, okay. Yeah?
That'll be a 15 strength save or they'll both be restrained. And that'll make Moonbeam go away.
The old man succeeds. He's clawing out in the air and he manages to pull away from it and breaks it. Not the bear, that's the wrong one. 13. She gets clawed up in it, not expecting some to do back to her, and is stuck there, restrained.
And he's gonna move farther away once she's restrained.
Okay.
Right, that's it.
Eldred.
I'm just going to walk up behind this old man and try to knock him in the head with my torch.
We are the bad guys.
No, I'm just trying to knock him out.
I've done nothing wrong.
14.
14 hits.
14 hits an old man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, with advantage, he's blind.
Yep.
14.
You might get a crit.
Don't crit against an old man. That seems bad.
It is only 2 bludgeoning. I'm not very strong.
2 bludgeoning, whacking me. He goes, oh! He kind of lifts his hand up to the back of his head.
Mercy bludgeon.
Oh! You realize you didn't hit him in a clean spot, so it doesn't knock him out, but he's still up.
Down.
This is bad.
Elena.
I'm gonna move over here so I'm not, so I can see around my friends, and then I'm gonna whip out a blade and throw it at the old man.
Sure.
For God's sake, he's just an old man. What are you all doing?
23.
That hits.
Okay. 14.
He falls down against the vines, and you just see him lying on top of the vines, and then they wrap over him because he's unconscious. They're still trying to, and they lock him in place.
Okay. Then I can use my bonus action, and I'll throw a blade at the bird lady.
Okay.
I will not, because I will miss.
Yeah,
because I feel so bad about the old man.
she manages to kind of move to the side. You just see it kind of go off into the tree line. Okay.
Okay. That's it. My face hurts.
On her turn, she is going to try and break free. Does she have to use her action to break free? Yeah.
She has to strength save again.
She has to use her action to do it, so she's going to have to do a whole action to do it. But she manages to pull out of the vines and step towards you. She's going to go on the other side of you.
Stop following me.
And then she's going to use her... Does Moonbeam... Moonbeam just takes away the thing, right? She's going to use her bonus action to morph back into the eagle.
Ooh, come on, lady. Don't make this hard.
I will cast Moonbeam again.
And you just see this giant eagle just appear right next to you. But she can't attack because their action was to break out. He's knocked out.
This feels bad.
The ball's knocked out. And the bear's going to move.
We're doing good. No one's dead.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's been hit.
No.
No, you guys have cleaned it up. And you've not been hit at all. Draven, it's your turn.
In a very... Have you played Shadow of War, Joe?
Yes. Yeah.
Draven climbs up this stupid-ass giant eagle. And in a very, suffer me now. This is the most violent lay on hands you've probably ever seen. Mm-hmm. But he is going to pump another 5 points of healing into this eagle's forehead to try to remove the poison from the eagle.
Come on.
And as you kind of climb up, its head goes up, and then... And right in front of you, Willoughby, you just go... And it just shoots out this kind of regurgitated, poison on the ground. Well done.
Gross.
And the eagle just going to remain still.
Get your shit together. For the love of any gods that you praise. Please, get your shit together.
And we'll end combat there. As she kind of looks around with her eyes. And in that moment, just kind of transforms back into her normal form.
I'm going to give a spare the dying to this man just in case. He looks frail. I'm worried. He's covered in roots.
Yeah, you just hear him go... You kind of spare the dying, just kind of make sure that he doesn't pass away from it. But
yeah, my spare the dying, I just tap, I just find the soul in their body and hold it in them and make sure its gravitational pull is towards the body.
In what is essentially was about 12 seconds or so, maybe just a little longer, you guys managed to take out the entirety of this crew, knocking most of them out, changing their forms. And as she kind of appears back, she goes, ugh. You! And shouts towards the bear. And he kind of transforms back into his form, and he's like, we're going to go ahead and take a 5-minute break before we come back into it.
Is no one... is everyone an asshole? Is everyone? Everyone?
Welcome to Mistletoe. Everyone is an asshole. That's the tagline.
She seemed nice.
For now, until she's a villain.
Yeah, right. Oh God, we still in 20 episodes.
He'll be just on for the ride at this point all the time. Until he has to do work again, he's on for the ride. He's just enjoying watching people do stupid shit.
Well, we're gonna
Dear diary.
Take a 5-minute break. Go get yourselves a refill of your drinks. Use the loo and everything. We'll be back in 5 for the last hour of the episode. All right, be right back. Chat, I'm just going to run an ad to push back pre-rolls. 2 seconds. Actually, one might have just ran because it's on the hour. So if you have been hit by any ads to get around them, subscribing does get around them, but otherwise ads run on the hour, usually for 3 minutes. It's an automated thing. But I think one just ran, so we should be good. But I'll run another if I can. That way, I'm pushing back maybe an hour for the rest of the episode. It doesn't let me. Literally. Right, go back. Okay, chat. I'll just let them know that we're back. Be unmuting in just 1 minute. Thanks for all those follows that came in, by the way. And thanks for the resubs as well. I appreciate it. That's very kind. Welcome in, anyone. We've just got about just under an hour left of the episode. Okay. I'll let them know. Okay.
Fly update. Fly's dead. Fucking dead. Got him.
Nice.
Good riddance. You know what I mean? What that guy?
Were you murdering a fly?
Yeah, fly got in.
No problem.
That's kill it.
The fighting never ends.
Never. War never changes.
Well, coming back into things. You guys have kind of just said that. She just shouted, "You!" And you see as she kind of steps forward, the ball, the person that was transformed, kind of knocked down the ground. "Oh, I've got more pressing things. We should get these two tied up and to go pointing fingers."
Friends, huh? You got friends? Looks at Bird Lady.
To an extent.
Co-workers?
I mean, we work after him. But he's right. They're not themselves, so. Kind of walks over towards the older man. We'll put him next to a tree. How did you do the whole...
I need to rest before I can do it again, but I can do it again if need be.
Okay. Well, then let's make sure these two don't wake up.
Do you need to rest overnight or just for a moment?
I need to rest overnight.
Well, at that point, I can probably better if we save your thing for emergencies. I can prepare something to deal with this poison.
Be my guest.
So, then we all go back to our camp? Go back to Juno?
I say we tie them up here if Willoughby has something that he can do, and I'd rather not take them back to our camp in case.
Well, either way, we have to rest. I can't do my thing without resting either.
We should be safe here. It's not a problem. The fen's pretty safe after all, so if you don't mind.
Not lately.
I haven't seen any issues here.
We will help you tie them up, but we are returning to our friend to sleep.
Yes.
Not a problem. She starts dragging the older one towards a tree. And then as much rope as possible, so even if they change, they get trapped in the form. Okay. Who's got rope? Have you got rope?
I don't know, I just said I
have rope.
Probably.
Sure I do.
Probably in your general pack.
Yes.
Yeah. You can.
Get 50 feet.
Nice, yeah. There's plenty of rope then to tie them up against a tree, kind of loop it around all the limbs and kind of just have them so they're completely there, like almost like a cobweb. Not the most comfortable way to be tied up, but the best way if you're going to transform. Same with the other one. They're knocked out long enough to do so. A little bit groggy and kind of not really knowing where they are before getting tied up together. Once she's done, she's like, I can stay here by them till they wake up and watch over them. And she looks straight to him and goes, you know they killed Stammel.
Who's
That's his name. That's not funny. You know, these things happen. I'm sorry. Thank you for helping.
Sure.
His stupid mistake. Not fair. You're making me look bad in front of them. Then look bad.
Are you two going to be okay?
We'll be fine.
Quite all right. My troop are strong. We are. We've got good disposition to all of us.
Stop saying that.
Okay.
And she kind of turns, sits down, looks at the others.
Right. Am I coming back with you then?
Would you not stay here with your troop?
No.
What if they
You're
get
staying
free?
here.
If
You're
you were their
staying
leader,
here.
you would stay with them, no? To make sure if you are in a better condition than they are, you should stay and keep guard.
Very well. I'll keep guard.
He kind of
Good
sits
idea.
down. She just puts her head in her hand, just sits there waiting for them to wake up. Which they would probably soon after. You can see that the one who's a boar can't kind of transform. He's kind of frothing, trying to get towards him. And then the old man's also a little bit groggy and pulling against the ropes. But they're both tied up tight. And she goes, right. We rest here then. She just lies back against the grass.
Just someone awake at all times to give them a swift knock if they stir.
I'll just stay here.
Oh,
I don't have to sleep. I'll watch them. Just come get me before you leave.
We'll look over at you guys.
That. We'll get you first. Also, yes, we'll come get you.
Well,
All right.
come sit by me, Three Man. We can share stories and all that. Huh?
No. I'll just
Oh,
sit over here.
grand.
How far are we from where we left?
Oh,
Like where we were
half a
setting
mile.
up? All right.
I'd say once we get back to Juno, we move camp a little closer.
Yeah.
You arrive back, but Juno's not there. There's a giant toad. No, I'm kidding. You arrive back. Juno's kind of kept the camp down. Kind of ask like, "Oh, everything good?"
Well,
Yeah.
sort of. We thought we'd move. It looks very nice. We thought we'd move a little closer, though. We left Willoughby with the others.
We'll just pack it back
That's
up.
awkward. And I'm
And she
really
goes back.
sorry.
You can see she's just finished setting up all the tents. And starts unhooking the nails. That's fine. Yeah, and you can move closer. So,
Just like split the difference, basically.
you all long resting then, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You move a little closer, set up your camp a little closer. Will it be for you throughout the kind of night? With you there to watch over, the lady falls asleep. And she's clearly tired. Whereas you'll find he is annoyingly talkative without you responding throughout the night. And it takes him a long while to kind of fall asleep. There'll be moments where you hear silence for a good 5 minutes. And he looks asleep and he goes, I just had a thought. Ah. And then he just keeps sharing information with you without any, one-sided
Willoughby's in
conversation.
hell. Can Willoughby at least pretend he's in a trance or some shit so that he doesn't have to respond?
It makes no difference. He'd be like if you did do that, he'd probably be like,
trance, huh? Well, powerful. Very good. Wonder how long you can stay like that. I once knew someone in
carries on linking the story to it.
Oh god.
So by the time that he finally falls asleep, there's a good peaceful couple of hours. And he wakes early in the morning and just says,
I've always been a light sleeper, not needed much me.
For you, it's barely any time's gone by.
Oh my god.
But in the morning, You would have finished up everyone resting. Restore everything to max. And where Willoughby is kind of over there. You can see they're both awake in the morning. They're both stirring in the ropes. A little bit exhausted as they don't rest throughout the night. Those who are kind of tied up. She wakes up in the morning. She just kind of sits up and pulls like leaves out of her clothing that she's just going to be slept in, ignoring them frothing there. But yeah, you're free to kind of move back over there.
When the long rest ended, Willoughby would have used lesser restoration on the two that were still poisoned.
Okay. Yeah, you see that it kind of expels the poison from them. And the skinny one who was the boar is like, just a fine snack, was it? Just a fine snack? And then you hear the old one go,
oh no.
Go to fucking kill him. Everything's okay now. These kind folks had saved the day. Get us down from here now.
and she gets up and she's like, you all good? Okay. And she just starts unhooking the rope to release them both. See the old man holds onto his back.
Tie this up really tight.
He kind of steps back over towards the group. And the boy... I killed Stammel, you fucking asshole.
I mean, no offense, but that is partially your fault, you know?
And he just goes, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill you now. And he goes, steps up, and then she just kind of grabs him by the arm. It's not worth it. You're going to get in trouble if you do that.
Kind
of notices you all come along.
Well, bygones be bygones and all that. Everything's solved. You know, lessons learned.
Everything's okay?
Everything's okay.
Everything's
Looks
not
at-
okay. The one who's a boss. What was that about? Where did you find it?
It was in a cave. I scraped off all the bad parts. I didn't realize I must have missed some. It's not a problem. It's not a problem.
I would not recommend ever eating amanita.
Yeah.
It's a common mistake to make, you know.
Is it?
A common fucking mistake. You're the one who told everyone to eat it.
Did you not know what it was? Did you not know it was meant?
I found it dead already. I thought, you know, we shouldn't let it go to waste. There was a little bit of a growth on it. I didn't think anything of it. I stripped that part off.
Oh.
And you
If I still had a stomach, I would be nauseous.
I feel pretty sick. That's disgusting.
You see the others kind of look down like...
I stripped the bad part off. It was fine for the most part. It could have been worse. Mistakes happen. We're all okay.
Stammel's not.
Not all of you are okay.
Art is a way of death and life and experiences. Let's get back and we won't think on it any longer.
We're going back. You're not going with us. You're out.
Can't kick me out. I'm your superior.
No, you're out. You're on your own. We're not going to be part of your pack.
He turns towards you. Please tell them that's a silly idea. You know how capable I am.
Don't think that is our business. I think if you were their leader and they think that you are not fit, that seems like an
I wasn't talking to
iron-skin-
you. I was talking to the white one, my tree friend there.
Oh,
My
okay.
God.
Oh, you two are friends now.
Yes, we had a long conversation on that. Had a real heart to heart.
I truly can't recall his name.
He looks over at all of you.
I mentioned it 11 times. I remember it was 11 because that's my favorite number. You never gave me yours.
I know. I know. I made sure not to.
You seem wise to tell them it's an honest mistake. You must know nature. You're part of it. Yeah, manager, this happens, right?
You were right. Willoughby looks over at Draven. We should have left. We should have never spoken to this person. We should have just completely...
I'll walk up.
Kind of flinches immediately.
You're the one who's responsible for them, right? Because they follow you. They're your pack, correct?
Correct, yes.
So, their failures, in whatever way, are yours, right?
Right.
Is your responsibility.
And my failures are theirs. So
Yes. But, so that means you are responsible for a member of your pack dying, correct?
He was only... Yes, a newer member, I suppose.
So you will face the punishment for a member of your pack dying, correct?
When you put it like that, it seems a little harsh. I suppose my failures
Then
are...
you're no leader. Because a leader owns up. And if you can't own up to your mistake, why the hell should you go back? And I pull out a finger, and I'm going to cast command and say eat.
Okay, that's pretty fucking metal. What do you have to use? Wisdom save?
Yes.
Okay. Get the bear stats.
Oh, that'll pass.
You try to make me eat a finger.
Eat. I'm gonna cast it again.
Hopefully won't make you as sick as the monitor.
It was wisdom save, right?
That's a pass.
No!
Damn it.
No, I will not! Alright?
I pull out 3 fingers. Eat!
Every time I'm closing the sheet.
Oh, shit!
My God. I kid you not, I'm going to burn every spell.
This is the best this dude has rolled ever.
Willoughby's like trying to walk up to Draven and kind of like just pull him back. It's over, let it go.
To distract him.
Alright, what did you cast, sorry?
Ghosties.
You cast
Bane.
Bane. Okay.
She baned him.
Okay. Okay, so he rolls a d4 against this. She rolls a d4 on top.
I think it just adds to the intimidation of it, like
Yeah.
with some spirits.
That is a
That
fail.
worked.
He would have rolled an 8. He's like,
He's trying to pull away from you, finding it.
steps forward. He
So I
takes
feed him the... Yep.
And he kind of looks...
You hear kind of a laugh from behind. Right. That's messed up, but deserved.
Oh, it gets worse.
What's it do?
I just stare intently.
Oh, I don't feel so well.
He's going to make a con save.
Hell yeah.
He's got Bane.
He does have Bane. He does have Bane. But only roll on 1. He...
Okay. I think it passed. What did you try to do to me?
I want you to know. If you do not go back and face your mistakes, I will feed you more fingers from the mother of Grendel until you are unrecognizable by your kin or yourself when you see your reflection in the lake. I will hunt you down. Oh, I swear it. And I'm going to activate Form of Dread just to make it worse.
Roll an intimidation with advantage.
Deal.
If you succeed, it's going to be a full-on frighten effect.
Draven needs to kill something. 21.
I don't know my mistakes. I didn't realize. I'm sorry. He kind of pulls away from me. Please don't kill me. Please. He kind of drops to his knees. Please. I'm new to the leadership. I'm new. I didn't understand. I just wanted them to like me.
I just shout, go.
He runs off. and kind of pushes through branches, getting hit by branches as he goes, and whipped kind of trees, and rushes off into the wilderness.
Back to normal.
You see, like, the lady and the man in the background just kind of staring wide-eyed, but the old man's like, kind of pulling at his beard. Really highly enjoyed that. And
we need to get through the Ironwoods. Will you take us through them?
The man kind of steps forward, who was the boy. Yeah, I can. We can lead you through. We'll get you over to one of the local towns.
Sorry about your friend. Do you need to bring his body back with you or anything?
We don't bury the dead. We leave them to nature.
Understood.
It's a shame. He was the only one of us who wasn't hungry. So. Well, we do appreciate your help. He's been around for a bit too long, and they gave him his own pack. We'll lead you through, as far as you can go through the Ironwoods to a little town named Ironstein. It's built upon a rock face. It's a small encampment village, if you will. You'll be able to kind of find some transportation there, find some food, lodging, that kind of thing. All right, follow us.
Thank you.
He looks towards the woman and says, "Scout if you can." Turns into the eagle and flies above. And he begins leading you through the woodland. Heading north on the kind of northern aspect of the fen. Passing through the very pretty northern portion of the fen. That is, again, just kind of these tall green trees, very luscious. And begins just kind of traveling a very kind of woodland path. For your sake as players, you're probably around here by now, after a kind of day and a half of travel. And he kind of wanders for a few hours. Turns around and says, "So who are you, love? What are you called?"
We don't.
Ask you for our names, or?
Oh, I didn't know if you're a group. Yeah, your names would do.
No, just Lena. For me.
Just Lena?
You are?
I'm Sithir.
Sithir. It's good to meet you.
It was even better for us to meet you. He came back from the middle of the woods. Said he had a gift for us. Said something we'd never probably tried before. Tasted fine. Bloody git. How about the rest of you?
Eldred.
Eldred.
Draven.
Juno. You two aren't from around here. Willoughby.
No. Far from it.
A bit. Getalk.
Ah, not too far.
Yeah.
I don't think it would stick, but if you're asking who or what we are, in the last few days, I'd say we're a folly of the gods.
That's fair.
I like that. Well, thanks for the help back there. You can hear that he kind of lets out a little squawk. Pass through here. He kind of takes a western route. Show up if there's any danger up ahead and direct us as quick as possible so you guys can avoid it.
That is useful.
Yeah, that's our role in the pack. We each have a role.
What do you do?
I protect from the rear, for the most part. I was kind of a backup towards the big guy, but I guess I'm going to be leading it now. It's the closest to his role anyway.
How about you? I say to the old man.
He turns towards you and looks in and looks forward. I burrow ahead. I make sure that we have any food supplies. I'm kind of the one who scouts when we need someone to be sneakier. That kind of thing.
Oh.
Also rather good at medicine, so I look after everyone's wounds and that.
Oh,
I have a question.
Yeah?
Have any of your people seen in these woods a nightmarish shadow creature?
Yeah, how'd you know about that?
I saw one at the edge of the woods near my town.
How long back?
4 months, 2 weeks, and 5 days.
We had one of those a few months back, and a few people said they saw it. People see a lot in the Ironwood, but it really did spook a lot of people. One of the local towns, Ironstone, the one you're going to, they actually put a bounty up for it. They didn't know what it was. Easier to kill it and ask questions later, but no one came back successful. In some cases, no one came back. Hasn't been seen around for a while, though.
Do you know where it was last seen?
Yeah. At least from us, we know it was just on the northern border of the Ironwood, closer to, God, where you were. Around there is where we saw it, kind of in the nearest northern woods of the Ironwood.
A while ago, though.
Yeah, not for some time. A few months, probably.
Do you know anything about it?
Those that saw it said they saw something that seemed to move with shadows. Said it was like, even though it was during the day, they saw that it felt like the dark was encompassing that portion of the woods. They ran. All we heard about the bounty stuff is that one of the groups that went after it just vanished. Since then, some others of the Iron Skin have just been kind of, I don't know, sharing stories. Some people will be freaked out thinking they saw it, but nothing substantial. So you had to run in with it yourself.
Yeah. Attacked someone from my town. I threw my torch at it and it ran off.
That's good information to have if it ever comes back. Scared of fire.
Yeah, perhaps.
Well, there's many more nasty beasts inside the Ironwood like that. He kind of passes over this kind of mountain trail, breaking away from the woodlands, going through like the rocky paths to kind of skip some time. So, maybe he got eaten by something. Maybe it was just, nothing to worry about, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, as you kind of step up past this rocky ridge, you'd see down into the Ironwood as you kind of pass over it. And unlike the fen, the Ironwood is dense, but the trees are almost like a silvery iron in color, with their bark going up and the roots spanning into the sky. You almost see that they glimmer in the sunlight, and it creates quite a bright edge to the forest. But it does go on for quite a way, and there's miles of it, and the kind of brush is underneath a bit of a juxtaposition to it. They're kind of normal foliage that grows around the iron trees, and only these trees are the ones which grow with iron. Some normal trees are kind of embedded with them that have kind of grown through, but all of the major trees of this woodland are made of iron. You'd be passing down towards it, walking down this kind of rocky pathway. The eagle squawks, allowing you guys to move a little bit eastward, maneuvering, keeping a kind of an eye out for you. You see, he kind of looks at the old man. If you go a little bit ahead of us, just double check nothing's going to attack. Nods his head and turns into his form and moves ahead and starts scouting for you. Oh, we can get you over to Ironstone. It's not a far hike. Wherever you go from there, I'm sure you could probably find a path.
so the roads interconnect, and it's well defended. I think they've had an attack there for at least a couple of months. So, should be good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. The least we can do. As he's like passing, now you kind of get closer to the tree line and he starts beginning walking through. You'd hear nearby as well there's not many adventurers walk past here and walk through, but you'd hear nearby the sound of like some carving, like as you can hear someone's kind of creating shavings by a tree. For you, as you're kind of wandering by, you hear the person go, huh? And you'd see a blue-skinned dwarf with kind of tufted mutton chops that stick out and a kind of swept-back hair. It stood over near a few of the outside trees nearer the mountains and has this great big, almost like saw blade that he's kind of sawing off portions of a tree, cutting down like branches, but you can see it's tough work and you can almost get sparks from the iron. Stood near him are 2.5 humanoid tree-looking creatures. They're stood just stationary, similar to what you look like, Adderwood, but a little bit broader, and they're made of this ironwood. I said Adderwood, sorry. Willoughby. Similar to you, Willoughby, in their design. One of them is only half, just the legs are built at this point, and he's getting these iron shavings and kind of pulling them off. The other two are just stood there kind of stationary. And he looks across and goes, "That's the real deal, isn't it?" Pointing straight towards you, Willoughby.
Boy, yep. Yeah, I'm the original product.
Look at that. Let me get my eyes on you. And he kind of steps over. Was that little like eyeglass? And you see the guy in front of you steps between you, almost defensive. Goes, "I don't want any trouble, friend." He's like, kind of steps around him and steps right up to you, Willoughby, and brings out this little kind of like spyglass, like a miniature one, like almost like a something that you would use to investigate like jewels. Kind of puts up against your bung.
Hello.
Oh, sorry about that. Hello.
Maybe don't come so close without permission.
That was rude of me. It's not often we get to have a look at the world tree in action. Look at that, though. What do you think of mine?
Here's a shot of your designs. The ironbark is decent, but...
So he made tree people out of ironbark?
Yes.
They seem good. Looks at Willoughby.
Yo, the new Kvistier that are made manually like this by these people, they don't have like... Do they have souls the same way that like Willoughby has a soul, or are they kind of just automatons?
They're not automatons. They have souls in the sense that they're not trapped souls. And they're not like condensed in that. They are... It's as if you were to give a tree the ability to speak. So they have a soul in as much as any mortal might have a soul. But they are more just general... just trees, made of pure tree. So they don't have any kind of glowing energy inside of them or anything like that. These ones look entirely stationary. He's like, can't really work out how to get the life going yet, but I'll get it, I'm sure. Just making the shells now, and then...
Oh, they're in progress? Like we're putting them together right now?
Yes, this is a little project. I've got a campsite nearby. I'm just on my way to making 3. I need 3, and then I'm going to find a way to put life in them. Any tips?
What is your name?
You don't know how?
I'm Gunther.
Gunther?
Gunther.
Gunther.
I don't know really how. The Kvister that were made, unlike yourselves, were just pieces of the world tree. There's enough spirit in there that they had some individuality, I suppose. The ironwood isn't as it's strong, but it's not complex, you know? But, if tree's alive, so theoretically I could find life in some manner, right?
I think the gist is mostly that Yggdrasil kind of needs to be involved in some way. I'm not an expert on this by any means, but I don't think you can just build one the way you build a chair.
Yes, I realize it's similar to that, but the fate has brought us together. Could you maybe call in a favor for me? I'll pay.
He looks at. I cannot call in a favor for you. For the world tree, no.
But sorry, question, Joe.
I'll push Draven's sword back into its. Jeez.
We've seen these, we've seen other versions of these, right? Like more, more awakened tree form rather than Willoughby form, right? Like around this area as well, right?
Yeah, they don't necessarily like live here like a civilization. But you would have seen some traveling through. Yeah.
Do you not know someone else who
Yes.
Do people not say how they make them?
Oh no! The dwarves that were invited to make them, they got all the way to Asgard. They got right in there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of where you gotta go. If you're gonna do it.
Wasn't invited. I did though. Built the shells, and I asked another one, but none that had glow like you. Could I buy a twig from you, maybe?
You want to buy a twig from?
What have you got going?
You can just. We'll be able to just reach up and like snap thing. You can just take it for free if you just stop. If you just don't try to rip parts off of me later. I just don't care.
I'll tell it. If this awakens it, I'll say its father is called.
Mm-mm.
Well,
and reaches into his pocket and brings out a kind of a small ruby and puts it into your hand.
You take that. At least I could do. Could have solved my problem.
I don't think this solved your problem at all, but if it makes you feel any better, I'll take this off of your hands.
Yes, of course.
You will pocket it. See, that's how you do business.
I appreciate the help.
He kind of walks over towards it, and you can see he kind of opens up a portal and pops the twig in there, and then pushes it shut on the chest.
I watch. Now what?
I don't know. I do this piece at a time.
Oh.
I suppose I'll water it. Go from there.
Do you have other creations for sale?
Not on me. Where are you going?
Okay. Ironstein.
Yes, right now, Ironstein.
Did you just give him where we're going?
Sorry?
I can come meet you there, and then I bring anything I've got. I've got some stuff back in the camp. I could probably go rustle through, see if I've got anything you might want.
Okay.
Trying my hand at something new. All right, well, appreciate
Good
it.
for you.
Well,
All right, good luck.
Thank you very much, child of Yggdrasil.
Be sure to ask permission next time you see someone and you want to inspect their skin.
Yes, that's good.
Yes, that's good advice. Sorry. Takes out another gold coin and kind of hands out. That's an apology.
I don't want it.
I've offended Yggdrasil. He kind of walks back towards the trees. He just goes back to scraping to get more of the iron scraps. The man from the ironskins. Right. This way.
Right.
And kind of continues moving, allowing you to walk forward towards Einstein. With your directed kind of control with a couple of scouts, you would probably arrive there late into the evening after another kind of day of travel. The Ironwood, you'd hear sounds in the distance. Definitely large creatures. But you wouldn't come across any actual dangers. You wouldn't be really in sight of them. The eagle atop in the sky is kind of keeping you all safe. She can transform a couple of times and use it at opportune moments to kind of direct you. And it's probably by the evening that you come across this line of kind of campfires that are constantly lit around the side of a town encampment. The encampment's built on shaven stone that is probably a good few hundred feet along. Buildings have been designed up there, there's an inn on the center, built out of kind of stone and wood. Some of the ironwood as well. It's almost built these kind of iron buildings, but not too much of it, so that they don't retain too much heat. But you see these campfires that have lined all around, almost like a permanent bonfire to try and scare off any beasts from coming towards it. But the front kind of gates, this little kind of winding path that you can kind of make your way into it. It is mostly a campsite. People have kind of almost got permanent tents up there that they've hammered into the actual stone. It's not the most comfortable place. But there are some homes and some buildings there which are a bit more permanent. A couple of guards just let you in. They see you as ordinary folks, and you enter into a town, essentially, a small village, Ironstein. So, entering into here, is there anything you'd like to do? As you kind of see the Ironstein man goes, well, we don't really like staying around civilization too much, but if you...
Perhaps you should get food if you're hungry, though.
Oh, we weren't that hungry. It was kind of seen as a dessert treat, if you will.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks for the help.
No.
Thank you.
You don't say thank you. You got us out of that situation, and we've got to go and report in with some of the other packs. Enjoy your stay here. Good luck whenever you do. Folly of the gods. Right, west of here, we'll take you towards the Mirror Lake. Otherwise, if you go north, you can kind of loop around that way. And good luck.
To you as well.
Of course. Thank you for your help. And he bows his head and turns. And as he rushes off into the distance, turns into his boar form and goes off into the tree line. You see the eagle squawk and leave as well, leaving you in the town of Ironstein. You hear people kind of wandering around.
Nice.
You see encampments of people kind of sat around sharing stories. You can see groups that have gathered and almost... It's clear to see people are trying to become adventurous here. Some, brought their armor. Some just kind of shoddy clothing. Others just kind of joining up with people. People trying to recruit others to their groups. A bounty post put out, wrapped against a tree. You can see various kind of bounty posts. The tavern where people are going in and out, bringing drinks out, talking and chatting. This is very much a kind of an adventurous stopping point. So, what would you like to do?
I'm looking for a notice board.
What time of day is it?
It would have been late evening now, because you would have been traveling throughout the day. So, tired feet. There's a notice board kind of next to the bounty board.
Notice board, bounty board.
Okay.
Yeah. Looking for the shadow monster posting.
You read through. You see a bounty that mentions a water creature. A little bit eastward of here. In the pools of reflection. It says the bounty for that one is 600 gold. You see a bounty that is looking for a rogue Cavista. What Willoughby is. A larger one that has apparently rampaged and killed some people. That one is for 300 gold. And there's another one for a group of bandits, which seems to be untouched, as people mostly come here to hunt monsters. This one is per left hand. Sorry, I was trying to find my notes. Per left hand of the bounty group, it is 30 gold per left hand. And then one final bounty, which is a hunt for a great elk. And this one says a reward will be given to the victor. It doesn't mention the reward.
I don't see
There's no shadow.
this monster.
Thrud.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Okay. I was a bit excited to. I did not think I would ever see it again, and suddenly I have friends who are capable of fighting, and I feel stronger as well, and I would really like to kill it if I can find it. But if the bounty's gone, perhaps someone already got it.
If it shows up, I'm happy to help you, considering you're helping me.
I think it's would not hurt to ask around.
Yeah.
But curious about this rogue Kviestir. That's extremely odd.
Killing people too? It sounds like attacking.
It doesn't say whether or not it's a newer model or one of the ones I am.
Yeah.
Maybe we ask around about that as well, yes? We can ask.
Find the tavern.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting a little late anyway.
Yeah.
We can get something to eat, find somewhere to rest, ask around.
Search for an inn.
There's only one. It's
Tavern.
right in the center.
Look, I think it's right in the middle.
Yeah, it's built upon the rock itself and kind of almost designed to be part of it. Kind of a centerpiece for this area. It's called An Adventurer's Await.
Oh.
And you can see people kind of passing in and out. Some people are like, "Yeah, if you join my team, we can go on that." And they're kind of like talking as you pass in. And you walk in, and it might be the most kind of cliche tavern you could walk into. It's got the campfire and the kind of the fireplace over to one side with some comfortable seating around it and a long rug on the ground. Pillars going up, a small balcony where the rooms kind of wrap around the top. The bar in the center, kind of music being played by someone who's trying to make their gig as a skald. And this comfortable environment where many would-be adventurers are trying to start their first big break here. But a group, yourselves, as you enter, some of these will go on to maybe kill a bear. Some of them might go on to fight against a creature which is a bit too much for them and live to tell the tale. But none of them will match the adventures and sagas that await what is lightly named the Folly of the Gods. And ending in that tavern, we'll end the episode and come back to wherever your adventures take you next week with some bounties on the board and some ideas for what you are hunting. A shadow creature potentially here. We'll see you all next week. So thanks everyone for playing. And yeah, I'm excited to see where you kind of heft off to. It's going to be good. We will finish up there, do some shout outs and whatnot. I believe Mark, you can find Mark on all his socials, Sherlock Holmes, etc. I believe Mark's doing a game that introduces his next campaign of Aero and High Rollers tomorrow at TwitchCon. I believe it's tomorrow early EU time. So I imagine sometime in probably 10 hours from now, I imagine. So if you get up early and you want to watch some D&D and see Mark's Next World, he'll be there. Otherwise, he'll be back next week. Yeah, let's do some shouts of you guys. Do you want to go around from that side of things? Going from the eastern side of the tree? Okay, OLG, thanks for volunteering. What's up?
Cool. Awesome. What's up? I'm OLG. That's me. That's my deal. I don't know. Shout out to Tomato for bravely taking down a fly who was invading his room earlier during the break. Good job, my friend. I'm really proud of you. That's it.
Thank you.
Tomorrow.
I'd actually like a moment of silence for the fly that I killed.
That's true. Tomorrow you level up. In real life, though.
In real life.
That's enough.
Okay, yeah. That's more than it deserved.
Enough of that.
You can find Tomato on our socials. Twitch.tv/Tomato. Brizzy.
Twitter at Brizzy Voices, Instagram at Brizzy Voices, YouTube Brizzy Voices, Twitch, this website /Brizzy Voices.
Nice.
I see a trend.
Yeah, at least I'm consistent.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. Gabe.
Gabe, James, games, most places. Doesn't mean I'll post, but I'm there.
Now that's a promise I can get behind.
Yeah.
You'll find me on this channel. I stream a lot of D&D stuff, so on Sundays we run a game called Godforged, 8:30 p.m. BST. Otherwise, if you want to talk about the episodes or anything like that, we have a Discord. Exclamation mark.
Fudged rolls?
Was it fudged rolls? Okay, yeah, I don't remember my commands. Exclamation mark fudged rolls will get you into that Discord. So if you have any art or you want to discuss the episode, etc., spoilers and all that, you can go in there. And there's also a Patreon if you want to see any behind the scenes stuff. Exclamation mark Patreon for that. But other than that, thanks everyone for playing. Well done. You've now adventured into the main world, essentially, and I'm excited to see where your journeys go because I'm not sure.
One normal fucking person.
Yeah.
Like
yes.
Everyone's in a
We're
weirdo.
due.
There is going to be
a normal person.
Yes, yeah, you will find some normal people. There's one thing.
We're part of
Not
the
yet,
problem.
Yeah, the reality is with a mythological campaign with Norse and Greek, most people are a little bit odd. So you'll meet a lot of odd characters, but you'll meet some normal people in towns and whatnot. But those who travel the roads are going to often be quirky, to say the least. Yeah, you'll meet. So I promise, I'll introduce some normal people to you next week, I'm sure, because you're in this town.
That will just be so suspicious.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't trust you as
Inside
far as I can
check.
throw you, dude. After saying that right there, yeah, right.
Well, we'll see the normality versus weird stuff next week. Thanks everyone for playing. We'll be back next week for episode 10. Thanks all, and see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.